We're still here at the Helen Schuler Nature Center, now talking about Lethbridge Jazz and Blues Festival happening June 9th through the 17th. Josh and Dawn join us. We're going to talk about the event. So let's start with you, Josh, talking about some of the performers that'll be at the festival this year.
Absolutely. We're really excited this year. We have, for the first year, a good combination of jazz and blues really being represented. We've got artists from all over the country, and also, of course, expanding on the local scene that we have here, you know, the very talented people that are around our city. The biggest, of course, that we're really focusing on this year is Colin James, is our main headliner at the NMAC Center. Very excited about that, as well as you know, a lot of local acts, a lot of Alberta acts, and just kind of all over the country.
That's really exciting. Maybe we can talk about the local jazz scene here. And you were saying there's some very talented artists from our community.
There are we have small groups, individual artists that are going to be featured at some of the local dining areas, as well as there's some very established groups that perform regularly all over the province. And so, yeah, there's a really strong culture here, and we're trying to, of course, that's one of our main goals, is to grow that culture. It seems like it's been happening. This is our 7th year so far, and it's gotten bigger every single year. So we're very proud of our Lethbridge locals, as well as people who are coming back to show. In fact, one musician is coming back from Toronto, originally from Lethbridge. So we're just trying to, you know, showcase a little bit of what Lethbridge has to offer for jazz.
That's so exciting, and such a diverse community here we have. Now, there's a name change this year, Don. What prompted that change?
We've been considering it for 2 or 3 years, because the blues is something that is part of the jazz scene, and we wanted to make sure that people who want to hear blues know there's a place where they can do that and enjoy that, and the crossover between jazz and blues is pretty significant. So we wanted to make sure that we embraced all of that.
Absolutely. And something I always love about the festival is that it's not at just one location, like a lot of festivals traditionally are. It's all over the city, so people get a really good feel for different venues here in our city. Yeah,
we're all over the place. We have about 18 different events going on during the festival. Downtown at Galt Gardens, the NMAX, Sterndale Bennett, you know, different restaurants around town. So we're all over the place.
And Josh was mentioning how much bigger the festival has gotten every year. Do you think word of mouth is just spreading about what great music our city brings for the event?
We'd like to think that's a good part of it. When we first started, this is our 7th year, so when we first started, we had about 3 days worth of events, and we had an audience total of around 1,000 or 1,100. This year we're projecting more than 6,000. So we're feeling pretty good about that. So I think there is good word of mouth, and I think we worked really hard to bring in musicians and feature local musicians that people really want to hear, that they can really enjoy.
That's wonderful. Now, Josh, where can people get tickets for the event or find out who's playing when?
Absolutely. So we've got everything located on our website right now, which we actually kind of have 2 websites, but they'll bring you to the same place. LethbridgeJazz.com is the main website. However, LethbridgeJazzBlues.com will also get you there, and that's on a lot of our posters. You can find some events listed at the NMAC Center, which is we're excited about that collaboration, of course, and they've been very helpful this year. But then on top of that, if you want to go all the way through our website, you will notice the various free, ticketed, expensive, cheap, all of the different kinds of variety of concerts that we're bringing are all listed on the website. And fairly soon there's going to be, around some of the local restaurants, there's going to be some tent cards and things like that, just to keep it visible for everyone. Mainly LethbridgeJazz.com or LethbridgeJazzBlues.com.
Perfect. Yep. And you're just mentioning that some events are free. There's something for everyone. So for maybe someone's a little bit apprehensive about jazz or has never really listened to it, what would you suggest to them, Don?
I would suggest that if they just pick an event and go, they're going to love it. We've really worked hard to make sure that whatever we bring in is something that anybody can enjoy. We have stuff that ranges from the gospel event featuring Anna McBride and a local backup band, which is going to be just killer. It's going to be amazing. She's such a wonderful performer. People can be involved as singers with that one if they go on and register. So they have that event. If they're looking for something a little more traditional, we have the big band. It's called Big Band Through the Decades, where they're going to hear the evolution of big bands from the 1920s up to the current day, featuring Lethbridge Big Band. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have Al Muirhead, who's from Calgary. He's a legend in the Canadian jazz scene. He's been nominated for Juno Awards, and he's just been nominated as Jazz Musician of the Year in the Western Canada Awards. Anyway, Al's just a youngster. He's 81, and he is playing as well as most of us would love to still play. He's bringing Lila Bialy, who's an outstanding singer. Vern Dorge, local guy, is coming back. So that's going to be an amazing concert. Something that people just love. That'll be at Sterndale. Local group called Sandwich is coming in. And they're just a ton of fun. Then we have Jazz at the Park, and so we've got lots of local talent happening there. That'll be at Galt Gardens. Mwansa is playing, Sandwich is playing, Hippodrome's playing, Papa King and the Boogeymen are going to play, and he's bringing Daryl Deuce back with him. And we have a group from Edmonton called Rooster Davis Group. That's Davis, not Davies. And people, they're going to love that one. That's New Orleans style. Great stuff. And then we have Colin James, obviously. We also are doing some music at the Food Truck Frenzy out at the NMAX, which is on the Friday afternoon. And we have a special event. We'll have the Rocky Mountain Dixieland Band there. And we have a special event just for kids. It's a kids' jazz thing called Calling All Superheroes and Princesses. And so all the kids, and adults too, can dress up in their favorite costume. So you can come up dressed like Anna or Elsa or whoever you want, and come out and just sing along with all the songs. It's just a ton of fun and cute as can be. You really got to see it. So there is literally something for everybody.
That's wonderful, and I heard lots of familiar names in there, so it sounds like a great event to check out. Let's talk dates one more time, Josh.
Sure, it's June 9th through 17th, and there's a bit of a break in there. You'll notice the very first day we focus on some local artists, and then there's a couple-day break, and then we have from Tuesday through Saturday nonstop events. I think that's the 13th through the 17th or the 12th through the 17th. It's all online. And I did want to actually mention one thing. The big Saturday event at the park, we did try to take advantage of the beautiful weather we'll most likely have, and we've got a really strong beer garden presence there. So come out and support your local brewers as well, and to hear some live free music at that day. Yeah, it seems like there's something.
There's one other that I'd like to mention, make special mention. On June the 9th, we're helping the Nikayuka Japanese Gardens celebrate their 50th anniversary. So we've partnered with them. We're bringing a guitar player by the name of Nabuki Takaman, who's an amazing guitar player. He's been here before, and he's just about every year at Medicine Hat. So we've got him here. There'll be a concert in Japanese Gardens to help them celebrate. They've been a great partner with us, and we want to help them spread the word about such a wonderful place.
Absolutely, and such a beautiful place to check out. That just sounds wonderful. Thank you both so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Very good.
Great. And after the break, we'll be speaking with Dave Ellis from the City of Lethbridge.